Let's do us a quick walkthrough on the thumbnailer software. First of all, originally when this software was being created, it was just going to be to create thumbnails. But as I was developing this, there was a lot of people in my private group who were just slinging out suggestions left and right of what they wanted in this type of program. So this actually turned out to be a lot more than just a thumbnail generation tool, but I already had the already had the name stuck on there, so I left it. So we're going to walk through it. What this does is it does images and it does metadata, okay, or metadata, however you say it. I'm going to name a project, create a project, and image width. Now when you put in the width, it auto scales it so that it doesn't skew your image and make it look wrong. So I'm just going to say I want this image to be, I'm just going to say 225, right? So I'll select a video that I want. I like this one, and I'm just going to tell it to make thumbnails. Now, like with all of my software, it's going to check to make sure that you've got the latest version, and it's going to check to make sure that the software is registered. Well, it already finished, and here's what it did. When it finished, it automatically popped up this folder, and it has what I created in there. Now, this is on the desktop itself. All right, so here is the images that we just made, right? You can see they were 225 wide as I had set it, and in order for them to have the correct ratio aspect, it is 225 by 126. So it made them, and basically what it did is it took my video clip and made me a series of thumbnails from throughout the video clip, right? Okay, now let's look at this real quick. Let's look at our properties. And you're just seeing the regular stuff right there, right? We're good. Now, this one, full size, which you didn't elect for. You said, oh, I want size 225. Well, the program is going to go ahead and make you a full size every time, right, of whatever resolution that video is. So by default, it's a 1920 by 1080 on this video. So in addition to your small 225 size that you size down, you also have the big size there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and close that, and I'm gonna tell it I want 500. Let's do it again. Okay, so there it goes. There's my 500. And on the 500s, well, it's 499 by 281, right? So it gives me all of those thumbnails that I can use. But I can also, well, let me go back. Here you see how I just left the project and everything the same, changed the size. So it keeps that in a main project folder, and it does it under the project that you're in right now. So it'll go ahead, you can make as many different sizes as you want, and because it's changing the aspect ratio with the size, that means they're always going to look good. Your images are always going to look nice and crisp and clear. Let's get rid of that now. Now this is just telling you that it's saved in a desktop folder named thumbs. Now whenever let's do the display metadata. So I'm going to click this. I'm going to go to thumbs, the ones that I just created, and let's see, we'll do these, and just tell it I want to do this number 3, and I want to see what my current metadata is. Now you notice I click this button, select the image, and tell it okay, and then I just wait, and this thing will pop up. So it takes some people's machines longer to pop this up than others, so you know, it is what it is. Now what you'll notice here is that basically the metadata for that image has simply been stripped. All it's given there is just the basics, I mean like super basics of this image. So there's no actual metadata there. Okay, the reason that happened is if you run this program without putting keywords in it, then it'll strip away all of the metadata. Okay? Now, if you put keywords in, let me find some real quick. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and paste some in. And I think I'll tell this one to do me at 750. I don't have to do this. I mean, I could just leave it as is, but might as well do something useful while I'm running it. And so now what it's doing is it's not only creating those images, it's first stripping away all of the metadata out of them. Then it's rebuilding those images with my own metadata stuffed in there, which my metadata being keywords, just stuffed in there like crazy, right? So let's go ahead now. Let's look at that metadata again. Now you're seeing quite a different picture, aren't you? Okay, so before we put our keywords in there was no metadata. Now, as you can see, we've stuffed every square inch of this image with metadata. And not only is it using multiple keywords, but it'll use those keywords with just a space separator, a random set of your keywords out of the list that you added, but it'll also use a random set that is separated by commas, so that you're getting the best of both worlds. And this does this on a per image basis, so all of your images are not going to have the exact same data on the exact same lines. It doesn't work like that. Every single image that it creates is going to have its own new set of random keywords from your list, so that it's really not detectable that you're purposefully stuffing these. So there you go. There's some power. And that's pretty much it. Enjoy the software. I think it's going to help you go a long way, those guys that are using metadata for SEO.